What's the difference between this picture and this one?
They're the same picture.
I'm so bored that I decided to tackle as my second video on this channel an unofficial, non-licensed video game about my second favorite movie of all time, Donnie Darko.
Remember what we talked about. We shouldn't play favorites.
Like a DeLorean. You know, I love that movie, the way they shot it. It's so, like, futuristic.
Donnie Darko changed my life. For people like me, it was the first time our Teenage Confusion came with a soundtrack. The darkness and existential dread can be structured.
How every story, basically the hero going into a cave to find the treasure and then trying to escape before the bad guys get him. And it's fascinating to discover that formula so then you can figure out a way to corrupt it.
It didn't just tell a story, it created a world of possibilities.
Movies about possibilities. Anything's possible.
I first saw it in 2007, right after stumbling into it through the old IMDb forums. Rest in peace, Kings. While looking up another banger, Deja Vú, the Denzel Washington time travel movie that absolutely deserves its own AA game.
For once in my life, I'd like to catch somebody before they do something horrible. Doug, you alright? I got him!
You don't have to do this.
What if I already have?
Deja Vú The Videogame. Rated T for time paradox.
That was brilliant.
After I saw this film, my love for movies was reinstated. It was basically a relatively low-budget indie film, with some big names like Drew Barrymore and Patrick Swayze attached to it, made by the master of masters, Richard Kelly, and sculpted in only 28 days.
6 hours, 42 minutes. That is how much time it took to shoot this film.
Oh gosh, who's that?
I don't know, but could he be any larger?
But you know, Back to the Future has a video game, Riddick has a video game, Fight Club has a video game, 300 has a video game, Hannah Montana has a video game, and even Tim Allen's Home Improvement has a video game.
No way.
Home Improvement for the Super NES and Sega Genesis.
And it features robots and dinosaurs, just like the sitcom.
It's meant to be ironic.
So why can't Donnie Darko have its own video game? The movie has actual terrifying talking rabbits, just like in Alice, Madness Returns.
What's happening? Something wrong.
Something wrong?
Characters with portal opening powers, just like in Crash Bandicoot 2. And people running with floating water serpents, just like... Editor, please jump to something, any game, quick!
Round 1.
That was perfect. We have all the elements to make a great video game. So what are we gonna do? Of course, you guessed it, an 8-bit pixel art point-and-click adventure created in 2003 with a software named Adventure Game Studio?
Why?
No, this ain't angry video game nerd territory. I'm more like happy video game bore.
It's the happy video game bore.
That's stupid.
So annoyingly enthusiastic, I've been banned from 3 Discord servers for constantly pitching a Game Boy Advance version of, wait for it, Snowpiercer.
18 years I've waited for this moment.
I'm gonna go ahead and play this game while I remember what my therapist said.
Any Donnie Darko game is better than no game.
God damn right I will.
But seriously, if you haven't seen Donnie Darko, stop whatever it is you're doing and go watch it.
But why did you watch Donnie Darko in the first place?
They made me do it. Unless you're, like, in a fire truck outside a burning building, in which case, you should probably get off YouTube and take care of that immediately.
Please press stop now.
So our adventure starts with the pixelated spirit of existential dread. Let's go. Okay, start new game. Donnie. Click. Wake up, Donnie. Okay. I need you to do something for me, Donnie. Okay, this is Frank, obviously. Come closer. I remember this.
Come closer.
Time is running out, of course. Oh, look, it's Donnie. Okay, let's click on the bed. It's my new bed that my parents got me after the whole jet engine thing. Yeah, we remember that.
Yeah, I know. I wish a jet engine would fall in my room.
Good work, Donnie. Now you just need to deliver the letter. Okay, I'm doing a bad Frank. Oh my god. That's Donnie's house. I wish I could live there. Let's continue walking to the city. Okay, we're in Middlesex, Virginia. Let's go to Grandma Death. That's just like the movie.
She's going back to the box. We may still have mail.
Click. I'll put the letter in the mailbox. Good work, Donnie. You know, I'm loving this game, but now I need you to do something else. Go to the other theater. Okay. It's a movie poster from Tom Hanks Away. Let's see if we can do something with the theater guy. I don't want to touch him. I don't want that either. Let's go to the church. Wow, just look at that. You know, that really is some liminal 80s architecture. Let's see if we can talk to the church. If you talk to inanimate objects, they'll just give you more pills. Okay.
Then why don't you start taking the goddamn pills?
Yes, what is it, Mr. Darko? Let's see what we can answer here. Hello, my name is Donnie Darko, and I'm an alcoholic. These films shouldn't be banned. Why not? There's nothing offensive about them. Have you actually seen these films, young man? Yeah, have you? Well, no. So if you haven't seen them, how do you know they're offensive? Nice answer, Donnie. Okay, I see. We're creating a distraction. Oh, we're going downstairs. Okay, we're gonna grab the movies. Good work, Donnie. The game continues for a little while. You have to do some other jobs for Frank, trying to obey him with every weird detailed instruction. So all the pieces align and you can close the tangent universe and restore the primary universe. So there you go, guys. This is indeed a Donnie Darko game, and at least it's longer than Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes. Looking at you, Kojima, for selling me a $40 PlayStation demo. Look, I know it's short, but it's quite good. Basically a playable version of the pixel art animation Cinefix made a few years ago, which is amazing and you should totally check it out. I'll leave the links on the description. I met a new friend.
Real or imaginary?
It's a bore.
That's really funny.
You guys should know that if you're looking for a good Darko-esque time travel adventure, you really need to play Life is Strange, and it even references this movie all the time.
My poor Donnie Darko. How could anybody want to break cute little Jake Gyllenhaal?
But wait, what if I told you that there's more Darko interactive nonsense to fool around? Let me explain. In 2001, when the movie came out, most of the internet looked like this.
Oh dear.
But being a visionary transmedia director Kelly was, he wanted the webpage of his Wonderworld to be a form of game art on its own. I tried that page in 2008, and having played the likes of Riven, The Void, and even Night Trap, this webpage alone could completely be a limited run games interactive exclusive, with all the secrets and fun Easter eggs. Sadly, this Flash media was shut down years ago and lost forever.
A huge piece of culture lost.
But plot twist, on 2024, the absolute legends at Dog Wonder revived it as DonnieDarkoWebsite.com, so everyone could see what a masterpiece of interactive media this was.
Thank you.
It took a long time to bring this project back to life, according to them. It was no easy task. Check this out, it's amazing. The interactive media site starts with a pop-up showing how long it's been since the Tangent Universe collapsed, about 8600 days. But here's the thing, the Tangent Universe collapsed on October 30, 1988. According to my calculations, that's over 13,000 days.
It's been 13,000 days.
I emailed them to see if they can fix this, because I care.
We have already talked about this. We shouldn't email early 2000s Flash game designers at 3 a.m.
They're weird.
Wait, guys. Newsflash! Guys, I was just about to publish this video when Dog Wonder Design actually replied. They told me they recently spoke to the original webpage designer, Alexandra Jugovic, who, by the way, is a BAFTA-winning designer behind the legendary Lost interactive experience. Apparently, the Donnie Darko website launched 1 month before the movie's release, and its date was meant to be a countdown to the end of the Tangent Universe on the day the film premiered, which suddenly makes a lot more sense. Okay, back to the video. After this, you enter a rabbit hole. Get it? Full of wonder and mystery, just like the movie, where nothing is what it seems. Everything is happening behind the curtain, and there are traces and lost pieces of an alternate universe that are bleeding into this world.
Do you bleed?
With artistic confusion and puzzling, flash-paced point-and-click adventures that seem broken and unfinished.
This is so trippy.
But also perfectly crafted for a cozy night of coffee, Oreos, dogs on your lap, and zero obligations for the next 6 hours to enjoy this 2000s MSN Explorer era of interactive media. Those were the times.
And where's the button that instantly kills anybody that calls me honey?
And of course, afterwards, Activision had to Fortnite the whole thing by giving an AK-47 to Frank the Bunny on Call of Duty Warzone.
It's on the internet. No stopping it now.
You see, this is why I collect so many games and movies. Physical media matters because we can't trust that everyone will do or can do what Doug Wonder did. Physical media and the preservation of the arts of all ages is in jeopardy.
They are in great danger.
Because if a website collapses or a digital store shuts down, the only tangible universe left is your own damn bookshelf. Perfect. And while it's true that softwares like Steam and Game Pass are amazing and highly convenient, as a community we need to understand that our culture needs to be preserved, whether it's physical media or community-driven projects like archive.org or the Wayback Machine. Preserving art and culture means we can study our past, understand our present, and maybe build a future not haunted by the monster of oblivion.
Gates people don't believe that stuff anymore. They want to believe it.
If this second video reminded you why the internet used to be an adventure and movies used to matter, consider subscribing. And if you didn't enjoy this, that will make perfect sense, because...
We're officially born!
Oh my god, really? Even Duck Dynasty has a video game.
Today, my friend, you will be learning the sweet, sweet art of the duck swoon.
And now, a bonus scene.
Find it kind of funny, find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I ever had. Find it hard to tell you, find it hard to say. People running circles, it's a very, very la 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 la.
Anything's possible.